Okay, so in this video here we're going to look at time series graphs. So time series graphs have appeared on a number of papers over the last couple of years. It can be on a calculator or a non-calculator paper. It does appear on both. So I just want to talk through two exam questions that have appeared so you get an understanding of what the mark schemes are after and how to complete them. So this one here tells us we've got the number of computers sold in Tom's shop for each quarter from 2015 to 2017. So you can see here you've got your quarters, so we've got 4 quarters for each year, and it tells us the year that it's linked to. What you will generally find is the first part is always greyed out, and that is because it's already been plotted for you. The part on the end is generally what we need to then plot afterwards. So just be really careful and double check what the question's asking, because quite commonly students miss the first part of the question. So part A says complete the graph using the information for 2017. So I know for 2017 and for quarter 1 it is 27. Now obviously this doesn't need to be absolutely perfectly accurate, but if I know here, if I look at the scale, it's going from 20 to 30 with 2 gaps, which means it's going up in 5s. So quarter 1 is here. This would be 25, so it just needs to be slightly above at 27. Okay, just double check again. If you notice, it's plotted in directly above 1 in the middle of this section here, so that's where I've plotted mine. Then for quarter 2 I want 40. For quarter 3 I want 30, so then it decreases again, so we've got 30. And finally for quarter 4 I want 58, so not quite at 60 but just below. I must then join up my lines together, so I'm just going to join it with a dashed line, and I'm just going to join the previous point that was already drawn to the first one I've done, and then continue until the time series graph is complete, and that's going to get us our first 2 marks. If we then look at part B, it says Tom adds the 3 results for quarter 1 and he adds the 3 results for quarter 4. So if we go back to quarter 1, let's have a look at what we've got here. So I'm just going to write this out. So for quarter 1 we're going to have to add 13 and 20 and 27, and for quarter 4 I'm going to add together 45 and 47 and 58. And when we've got those 2 results, we get an answer for these ones when we add them together of 60, and if we add these ones together we get 150. So if we go back to the question, it says the ratio of the total numbers of computers sold in quarter 1 to quarter 4 is 2 to 5. Is he correct? And show your reasoning. So the first part of my reasoning will be showing the adding, and then I need to see whether it cancels to the ratio of 2 to 5. So I've got 60 to 150. I'm going to divide through by 10, which will give me 6 to 15. Both of these are in my 3 times table, so again I'm going to divide through by 3, which gives me a ratio of 2 to 5. So is he correct? Yes, he is correct. Okay, so continuing with this question here, and the next style of question generally comes with actual comments from the time series graph and what it's showing you. So part C on this one says make 2 comments about Tom's sale over the period of 2015 and 2017. So I'll put a hint at the top of this that says 1 comment on overall trends and 1 comment on seasonal trends. So if we go back and have a look. So when we're talking about overall, we're talking about what happens from 2015 through to 2017. So if we just focus on quarter 1, well, it was 13, then it was 20, then it was 27. See if the same thing happens in quarter 4. Well, it's 45, 47, 58. So overall, the sales are increasing. When I'm talking about a seasonal comment, that means I'm just comparing, for example, quarter 1 to quarter 1 to quarter 1, etc. So if I notice here, so quarter 1 is 13, well actually it's the lowest in 2015. It's 20 in 2016, so it's the lowest in 2016, and it's also the lowest in 2017. Alternatively, I could look at quarter 4, so it's 45, 47, 48. So I need to make a comment about a seasonal trend and an overall trend, and I've just given some examples down here below. So for C, I've said that sales are increasing over time from 2015 to 2017, so that would be an overall comment. And then for a seasonal comment, I could have something along the following lines. So the sales in the first quarter are always the lowest in each year, or alternatively, I could have the sales in the fourth quarter are always the highest in each year. If I just had the bottom two, I wouldn't get both marks, because like I said, one has to be an overall trend, one has to be a seasonal trend to get those marks. Finally, part D here says, Tom predicts that he will sell more than 60 computers in the fourth quarter of 2018. So again, if we just go back quickly and look at the quarters in quarter 4, 45, 47, 58. So what assumption has he made? So the assumption that is made in this case is that the trend in the sales, so that the trend in the sales is increasing or will continue to increase. Okay, so second exam question. Now I have done part of this already for us. So this time it looks really similar in the sense that we have got data on 2015 and 2016. This time it says that the average, so the table shows the average number of customers per day entering a shop. And if you noticed, well, it doesn't say quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. It has been split into quarters for each one. Again, it's greyed where it's already been plotted, and what needs plotting is in the white. And if you notice here, it says complete the time series graph below. So I've done that part for us already, and again, that's worth 2 marks, so it's a valuable 2 marks that you must make sure that you do get. Second part of the question is really similar again to the one we've just looked at. Make 2 different comments comparing the number of customers entering the shop in 2015 and 2016. To make sure that you don't lose marks, I would have a general trend and then one that links to those different quarters. So again, 2 comments that I've written for us. So I've said that the number of customers in 2016 is greater than in 2015. If I go back, let's have a look. 119 to 130, 264 to 304, 368 to, compared to 381, etc. So it's showing that it is always greater. Now have a look at the next one. There are more customers in the summer month than in the winter, and I've also put there are more customers in October to December 2016 than in October to December 2015. So if we just go back and have a look at those. So I've made a comment that actually, as you can see here, so there's more customers in the summer months than in the winter months, which would be absolutely acceptable. Or I can then just make a comparison to one of these individually and make a comparison saying that there are more customers in January to March 2016 compared to 2015. So remember, key things from this, make sure that you have plotted anything they've asked you to, make sure you join them together with a line, make sure you use a ruler and a pencil so you don't make a mistake. Then if you're making any comments, an overall comment and what we call a seasonal comment is how we get those marks.